Hello my people and welcome to another day of stories. This is going to be a very fun day. Apparently YouTube ran some algorithm and got rid of all accounts that either didn't actively do something or they thought was spam. I thought I just really offended everyone with the Nerf video. I thought I just mass offended just 1,000 people. But apparently YouTube just went and wiped out a bunch of accounts. Here's the weird thing about that though. Some of my friends' accounts who have been subscribed to me are just no longer subscribed. If you're watching this video, please go double check that they did not take off your subscription, which will be noted in the subscriber count. Because it's a pretty big day, it's a pretty black day, you know. That is my segue today. I just wake up, I just think like YouTubers rather. Hey bro, how's your subscriber count going? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah? Did you lose anybody today? Like 2 or 3. Oh yeah, me too. Just 1,100. YouTube, why you hating, bro? If you are not, please click the subscribe button and then click the bell, Quasimodo style, then click thumbs up so that we make YouTube know that you guys are watching the video. And thumbs up is thumbs up. Everybody likes a thumbs up, okay? Share it with some people because apparently we have to start back up the mountain of subscriberdom. We were a mountain and then like just mass erosion came through. All the climate change affected it. And now we're but a mound in the middle of a flat land apparently. But we are a strong mound and we will continue to grow. So please click that subscribe button and without further ado, let's roll. We are officially in the holiday season. Winter is wintering, and the next 3 videos will all be Winter Wonderland inspired. So you can look forward to that. Today's is a continuation of the Driving with Dinks video, and this one actually happened a little while ago, but I have to tell it because it made me laugh. It just made me so happy. As I've stated before, I am a huge Star Wars fan. A couple years ago, The Force Awakens came out. Oh my goodness, how much excitement was that? Leave me a comment and tell me how excited you were for Star Wars to come back. Abrams, my boy, did a great job. If you don't like Force Awakens, we can talk about it, but you're wrong. A friend of mine who was even a bigger Star Wars fan than myself had purchased multiple rows in the theater and just invited all his friends for the Star Wars party. It was awesome. But it happened to be in Twin Falls, which is about 2 hours that direction. It was a tricksy endeavor for me to make this happen because not only did I have to work that day, I had to work a mid-shift that night. But in between time, I had to get to and from Twin Falls and watch The Force Awakens. It was going to be an epic day, but Mother Nature decided that the snow would be falling on the ground in mass quantities. I was having to drive a little bit slower on the freeway because we were dealing with accumulatory snow and it was accumulating at a rapid pace. So much so that the plows had only gotten one side of the freeway done. All of us are pretty much in a line, just driving. I have driven in winter conditions for many, many years, and inevitably on the first snow and the third snow and the 18th snow, somebody out there thinks, why is everybody going slow? I can drive in this. Needless to say, I'm doing about 40 miles an hour on the freeway because, as I've stated, I'm not that interested in death. Just, or any of its compadres. None. I'm good. I'm driving, there's not very many people out there. There's one car behind me. I'm in the left lane because it's the only one that's been plowed, and all of a sudden, the car behind me pulls out. Hey, what kind of sissy are you? I don't need a plow to drive in. I'm using this other lane that's not plowed at all. And they're in the snow lane and they just start moving. It happens to be a Porsche 911, which is world renowned for its snow driving capabilities. And he just starts moving. I'm doing 40. He passes me in a ridiculous speed fashion. And here's a little something that people are unfamiliar with when it comes to driving in snow. For instance, that even the plowed part might still be slick. I feel as though there should be a warning sticker on tires or maybe on your mirror that says objects are closer than they appear. Snowy roads are slick when there's not snow. I don't know. He goes flying down the freeway and disappears into the ominous darkness that is the snowstorm ahead of us. And I continue 40 miles an hour. This isn't my first snowdeo, peeps. I continue driving for about another 40 minutes and all of a sudden I can see some red glow, some flashes, a little bit of blue in the fog layer that is way ahead of me. I continue driving my 40 miles an hour, and you know what? Out in the middle of no man's land of the freeway is Mr. Porsche. The emergency workers were, I'm sure, working very disciplined and annoyed to get him out, at which point, assuming that his wonderful snow machine would be able to still drive on the road, he'd probably still go and drive faster than he should on this snow. Now, I say that to emphasize that Mr. Big City Dinks seems to think that the laws of nature don't apply to him. Ice is slippery, bro. But listen, Dinks, the winter season is coming. Snow is coming. I went to my movie that night and I enjoyed my movie. I was on cloud 9 of the movie world. I loved it and I had to get back. I had to get back quickly, but I didn't have to get back in the form of death. So I drove slow on my way back to work. Even though I was late that day to work, they all knew and expected it because a blizzard came through and we live in Idaho. It's understandable. But I emphasize this story because snow is coming. You need to pay attention, Dinks. Don't go too fast. Just slow your roll. Take a step back and just enjoy what's happening. Snow is falling on the road and you're able to drive through it and not freeze to death. But if you enter into Dink Think, then you are gonna go too fast. You're gonna slide off the road. You might cause damage to yourself, damage to other people, or damage to property, and none of those things are a good idea. On my way home that night, I saw 12 vehicles off the road. It's a 120-mile drive. That means 1 every 10. Every 10 miles, someone was like, hey, there's a whole lane that no one's ever... You know, I don't think anyone's ever tried this before. And then after seeing that, 10 miles later, another person's like, hang on, I just got an idea. It's a completely new tactic. Dinks, as much as I am not a fan of your ideology, I do not wish death upon you, so please, this winter season, drive safe. Believe me, all the people in your Dink circle, your Dink wife, your Dink husband, your Dink kids, the Dinklings, whoever the Dinks are that you associate with, they would much rather have you arrive alive than arrive not alive, so just slow down. If there's ice, go slow. If there's snow, go slow. If there might be some, go a little slow. And when you do it, you're gonna feel this weird feeling. It's gonna be this warm sensation inside. It's gonna kind of creep up. It's gonna freak you out. Don't be freaked out, Dinks. It's common sense. And it's the knowing that you're operating as a wise individual and not Dink. You're gonna love it over here. It is so fantastic. Guys, have a great week. I'm excited for next week's video. Please tell your friends to resubscribe if they got unsubscribed. And as always, keep telling stories.